This is Adrienne at Help for New Bloggers, and today I wanted to give you a little bit of an SEO tutorial. Now, disclaimer, I am not an SEO specialist. I'd consider myself kind of a high intermediate. I've been doing it for quite a while, and I've learned some new things lately that I hope is going to really boost my SEO. So I just kind of wanted to, share some things and just do like a quick show and tell, because I think that's going to make it easier for you to see exactly how this works. So let's start with the keywords. I pulled up a post that I recently redid on my site. It's about teens and volunteer service. And I used this is my Rank Math SEO area where you can see how I'm setting up my keywords. So this is my main keyword, volunteer service. And then I used a tool called Ubersuggest. It's a new tool. I've just signed up for it. I don't have an affiliate link or anything for it, but it's actually really cool. It does have both a free option and a paid option. I went ahead and went for the paid option, but you can do, I think, 3 searches a day, unpaid. So it's by Neil Patel, and you can just type in, ubersuggest.com. It'll take you right here, and you can do a little bit unpaid, but most of it is going to be paid. So I found these keywords. So I had normally only been using one keyword phrase, and so now I'm trying to expand to use several keyword phrases. So that's actually giving me better ranking to do that. So here are my other 2 keyword phrases that I'm using. So this main keyword phrase needs to be in most of the areas that I mentioned in the little cheat sheet graphic that I'm including in the newsletter. But you can also include these secondary keywords kind of sprinkled throughout the text. Okay, so let's go up to the top and I'll show you how this all works. Okay, so my keyword was volunteer service. Okay, so here's volunteer service in my H1 title. This is your heading 1 title. And then it's in my slug. This is the URL for it. And then I want to put my keyword in the first paragraph. That's very important that you have it in the first paragraph. And I've got it actually twice in this opening paragraph. But then I've also got the keywords, and I've also got it on my image. And I'll show you in how I do it in my images. But there are also, I'm trying to look, where's my other keywords that I had here? So see, I've got volunteer service here. I've got it in one of my H2 headings. I've got it here and here. But then I've also got the other keywords in here. And you just kind of have to word things differently and figure out how to include them in there. Here, I get extra points because I've got it in a second H2 heading. And as I'm doing this, I'm watching up here in the upper corner here, this SEO score, which is currently 92 out of 100, changes. So as I add more keywords, it's increasing and increasing, and putting it in more places because it's double checking to make sure that I'm putting all my different keywords in all the different places. So I think how can I find volunteer service was one of my options. So I'm also including that in a heading. And then down here, we've got the meta description, which is a fancy term for your little excerpt and your little snippet here. So you want this to be different. It automatically will put in your first paragraph, but you don't want that. You want it to be something different that also includes your keywords. So, letting it just pick up the first paragraph is kind of lazy. And you want to try and get it as close to the 160 characters that you're allowed as possible. So I could have probably done a little bit better job here. and maybe gotten a second keyword in here. But I get, points for that. So then in my images, well, let's look at my featured image. So if I go in here, I also have, this is the alt text. So I make sure that I've got my keyword in my alt text. And I know this is supposed to be like a description of the picture, but it's easier for me to just copy, paste, 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 and put it in all the different places. So I have it here, and then I use, oh gosh, what the heck's it called? Social Pug? No, Grow by Mediavine. I use Grow by Mediavine for my images, and that way it lets me specify exactly what my Pinterest pin is going to be and what the description is. So I've got my keyword also in here. So it's kind of complicated, but if once you get in the habit, then you get, it becomes very easy to just go, okay, boink, 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 put it in all these places, check your wording, make sure that your wording all shows up. And you can see here, it's saying, okay, you're using it in the SEO title, you're using it in the meta description, the keyword is in the URL. So your score would be less if you weren't hitting all these metrics. Keyword appears in the first 10%. Okay. And then if I click on my other ones, because these aren't the main keywords, it only shows me to make sure that that focus keyword is found in my content. Okay. And then it tells you if you've got errors. And I always look at the errors, but I can't always do something about it. It's saying my title doesn't contain a positive or negative sentiment. I couldn't really think of one. And, having a power word in there also. So I probably could have tinkered with the title a little bit more. And they do like it when you have a number, but I get tired of having posts that say 7 things about this, 5 things about that, blah, blah, blah. So I don't do that all the time. And I still got a 92 score on it, which is good. It says your content readability. If you use paragraphs of more than about 4 lines, it'll ding you on that. So that's helpful. And then down here, this is from the Grow plugin, where I can specify, here's exactly the image I want from Pinterest. Here's the title I want. Here's the description I want. So that if anybody pins from my website, it's going to pull up exactly the image and description that I want, since Pinterest doesn't let you change the description anymore. So that's really helpful to make sure. And I think a lot of people overlook that. I see a lot of people and it just says image 1234.png or whatever. That's not good. You want to have a good description and an image. And, I think it's easier. In Yoast, you get a red light, a yellow light, or a green light. And I would work and work and work to try and get the green light, but it's like you don't know how close you are to the green light. Whereas here, I'm always trying for 80 and above. So I can see that number constantly changing as I'm adding stuff and tweaking stuff. And that just helps. And so supposedly, this helps rank your post. I did pick out some good keywords from the Ubersuggest site that were within the range of what I could rank for. And so I'm hoping, now that I've updated this post, that it's going to do much better in organic search, and hopefully I'll, get some more traffic on this, because that's what we all want. We all want more traffic. I'm including a graphic in here that's sort of a cheat sheet. So if you want to print that out and stick it somewhere, I keep a copy of it on my phone so I can pull it up and, just remember these keywords and the places that they go, and just trying to do my SEO the best I can. Because I think a lot of people overlook this, and, people do posts that are too short and don't have all the right keywords, and then they don't get the traffic on them because they don't rank. So that organic search, especially since, Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest are getting harder and harder to get traffic. They keep messing with the algorithms and stuff. So I think it's really important to do good SEO and to make sure that your site speed and all things are good. So I'm always working on that stuff. But if you have any questions, send me an email, reply to the newsletter or something. I'll be happy to help you. I'm going to include a link to sign up for Rank Math. I am an affiliate for them, and it's a good program. I've used it for about 2 years, and I've found it much, much better, much more helpful than Yoast. So if you want to sign up for that, I'd appreciate it if you use my link, because then I get a little money. So that's awesome. But yeah, I hope this really helps you. And if you have any questions, just reach out. Thanks.